welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm here to bring you another video today. We got some good news. After 2 years, 2 very long and excruciating years of this Israel and Hamas war, and the war has finally come to an end. And President Trump, he made one of his campaign promises was to end the wars, and he officially ended the Hamas and Israel war. Basically what happened was President Trump traveled to Israel today to basically announce that the ceasefire had been agreed to and to celebrate the fact that it has occurred.
Mr. Speaker, esteemed members of the Knesset and cherished citizens of Israel, we gather on a day of profound joy, of soaring hope, of renewed faith, and above all, a day to give our deepest thanks to the Almighty God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace, a land and a region that will live, God willing, in peace for all eternity.
Then after that, President Trump traveled to Egypt to get with all the Middle Eastern leaders and to discuss the ceasefire and to actually sign it officially into law. Some of the countries that were there, I believe, were Pakistan, Egypt, Turkey, and maybe a few others. I forgot which ones it were, but there were multiple countries there, and they all agreed and they all signed the ceasefire. And I was like, thank God that finally happened, guys. We can finally move past this war that has been going on for these past 2 years.
Okay. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up. Okay, thank you. You can use my pen if you want. Have a pen? And use mine? Okay. Okay. Okay.
And you know something? The left has been like, for the past 2 years, been so pro-Palestine that they say they will do anything for that, and they want the war to end no matter what. And President Trump has officially announced that the war ended, and he brought the war to an end. But now there were a whole bunch of leftists all over social media that were criticizing it by saying, like, oh, the deal isn't perfect. Guess what, guys? This is not the best deal we could have got. It's not a perfect deal, but this is the deal that we can get right now. He thinks it'll be permanent, be everlasting. Well, biblically, it can't be because of things that are going to have to happen, but for at least a short while, I hope this can last. And there were a whole bunch of leftists that actually they celebrated the fact that the war ended, but when they celebrated it, they never mentioned President Trump at all, and when they celebrated that the war was over. Like, if you look at all these tweets right here, it's pretty evident, guys. Like, all these Democrats, they wanted the war to end, but because President Trump was the one that ended it, they are kind of a little upset about it. Basically, what I hope happens now is that we officially can move past this, at least for a good while, because let's face it, eventually one of the two sides, either Hamas or Israel, one of them is going to start this again. And because it's pretty clear, one side wants the rest of the land. That's, in my opinion, that's what's going on right here. One side wants the land. So, this is never going to stop, guys. They've been fighting each other for 2,000 years, and it's never going to stop until Jesus comes back. And when that happens, I don't know when it'll happen, but in fact, I hope it's soon, but I just have a feeling that it's not going to be for a very, very long time. And because a lot of things have to happen biblically before Jesus' second coming happens. And when President Trump said that he was going to end the wars, he really meant it, guys, because so far since he's come into office, he's ended 8 major wars. He's still got the Russia-Ukraine war to go, but overall, so far he has ended 8 major wars, such as Thailand and Cambodia, Israel and Iran, Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo, India and Pakistan, Serbia and Kosovo, I botched that, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, I'm botching that, sorry guys, and Israel and Hamas. Trump is the peacemaker president, and he indeed is. And President Trump truly is the president that was going to end all the wars, and he's ending a whole lot of them. Like when Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said at the rally when he endorsed President Trump, he said, you want the president that's going to end all the wars? It's going to be this guy, President Donald J. Trump. And he was indeed correct, because if you can end this many wars and you're saving a whole bunch of lives, you're doing something pretty good there, guys. Now, what's probably going to happen next is with what's going to happen to the Gaza Strip. They're going to rebuild it. And here's the thing. The Palestinians are returning to their land, and it is their rightful homeland. Because I'm just so glad that this genocide of the Palestinians has officially ended, because whatever opinion you have on it, whatever opinion you have, you cannot deny that this was a genocide. Like, I've been watching a lot of Myron Gaines and Dave Smith and a few others, but those two in particular are the ones that I've watched a lot, and I've learned so much from listening to those guys, particularly when both of them destroyed Officer Tatum in debates. Like Myron destroyed Officer Tatum on his own channel, and Dave Smith destroyed Officer Tatum on Piers Morgan. Like, Officer Tatum, I like Officer Tatum, but I've just been losing so much respect for that guy, man. Like, he's not being fair right here. He's just trying to say stuff and saying stuff like oh, maybe you're not looking at it like this, but like that. But no, dude, come on, man, be real right here. This is not something good that's going on. This needed to end, and I just lost a lot of respect for Officer Tatum. He embarrassed himself both against Myron Gaines and Dave Smith. The Palestinian people, they're returning to their homeland, and I just hope that this genocide against them is indeed over. I really do. And that the fact they can return to at least somewhat of their lives. I mean, their entire land has been destroyed. All the infrastructure is gone. I believe, I heard that over 90-some% of the Gaza Strip was destroyed. All the buildings is just rubble now. And basically now that the people have returned because the war has officially ended, a bunch of resources have gotten into there, and aid has gotten into the Gaza Strip. So now the Palestinians can finally get the aid they need. And I just hope there's enough aid, because, like I said, guys, these past 2 years, so much has happened right here. There was the fact that a group of people can have this happen to them. It's not, and this isn't their fault that this happened. They were not responsible for this war. They were not responsible. It was other people that were responsible for it, but they got the blunt of it. And yeah, guys, so what I think will happen here, and with what's been discussed, is that they're going to redevelop the Gaza Strip. I heard they might turn it into a resort kind of place. President Trump even once, I believe, said he thought about building a Trump hotel on the Gaza Strip. I mean, it could be interesting. Who knows what'll happen? So, I mean, I just hope the land is redeveloped and rebuilt the way it needs to be so that these people can live in peace. And apparently Hamas, they're not going to be able to have any say in the governance of the Gaza Strip anymore because they had to give that up with the ceasefire. And they also had to return all the hostages and that the Israel hostages they had. But then Israel had to turn over, I believe, was it a couple thousand? I could be wrong, but it was a lot of hostages that they had, prisoners that they had, hostages, prisoners, whatever you want to call them, that they had, and they traded them for the Israel hostages that were in the Gaza Strip tunnels. I'm just glad that the hostages are back. We can, like I said, we can start to move past this, and so people can finally get on with their lives. The Palestinians can finally get on with their lives right here because, like I said, what happened to them, it's inexcusable, guys. Like, this could have ended, like, Israel could have ended this war within the first couple days of when it first happened 2 years ago. They really could have. But for whatever reason, I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors, but I don't know why. They dragged this out for 2 years, and there was no need to do that. Like, if the U.S. does, like, an operation like that, they can take it out within, like, days. And no matter how bad it is, they can take it out. Israel could have done the exact same thing, taken Hamas out with just in a couple days, but they didn't. And it's like 2 years ago, I had my own opinions on about this Israel and Hamas war. I had my own opinions on it, and over these 2 years, especially this year, my opinions have morphed even more because of things that have happened. Like, I'm like, guys. The fact that this happened to the Palestinians, I couldn't get it out of my head. I couldn't get past it. Guys, this is just my opinion. I couldn't get past it because it just seemed too wrong, guys. Like I said, this could have been settled within a couple days, 2 years ago, but Israel didn't want to do that, and I don't know why. But with all the infrastructure that was destroyed in Gaza, it was just too much. I couldn't get past it, guys. I really can't. Like I said, I have different opinions than I did 2 years ago, and it's because I've been listening to a whole lot of people, guys. A whole lot of people. Like I said, Myron Gaines and Dave Smith. Those are some of the main ones. I mean, there's other people that I've listened to and got thoughts on this Gaza and Hamas war, Gaza, Hamas, Israel war, and I morphed my own view of it. And yeah, guys, there's just a whole lot that happened with this. Like I said, this wasn't the perfect deal, but it's a good deal enough for right now. Like, personally, they should have just done the two-state solution, just let the Palestinians govern themselves however they want to, or just knock the borders down and bring the Palestinians into Israel so they can all live together. But Israel didn't want to do that, apparently, so, I mean, I have suspicions why. But, like I said, that would have been by far the best deal that would have happened, but like I said, we got to deal with this, what we have right here. Also, President Trump is very pro-Israel himself because of things on a personal level. I mean, that's just who he is, and that's how he personally feels. But even he saw that what was happening to the Palestinians was just a little too much. Like Theo Vaughn, I believe like a month or two ago, was begging President Trump to send aid into Gaza for the children that are starving there. And President Trump even said, they look like they're starving. He said that in an interview, I believe.
Have you discussed the crisis in Gaza and the terrifying...
I have, and she thinks it's terrible, and she sees the same pictures that you see, and that we all see, and I think everybody, unless they're pretty cold-hearted or worse than that, nuts. There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids, and those are kids, whether they talk starvation or not, those are kids that are starving. They are starving. And you see the mothers, they love them so much, and there's just nothing they seem to be able to do. They got to get them food, and we're going to get them food.
And what I think happened is because he wanted the war to end so much, he just went and did this deal because this is the best deal he could do at this moment. So, like I said, it's not the best deal. It's not the best deal in the world, but it's a good deal for right now. Also, President Trump did unfairly not get the Nobel Peace Prize this year. And it was completely wrong, guys, that they didn't give it to him when he completely deserved it. Now, especially, he does. And one of the world leaders, I believe in the Middle East, at the conference said they are going to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2026 because of the fact that he was able to end this war and and save so many more lives. I mean, there could have been more lives saved because if Israel had agreed to a deal sooner, but at least this happened now, guys. At least it happened right now. And on another note, one of the things, because of what's happened this past year, especially with this war right here, I've been exploring a whole lot more about Catholicism and also Eastern Orthodox. I've been looking a lot more into it because a lot of things have made me look more into it. It's pushed me towards it because a lot of things have happened, but this entire situation has pushed me more to it. So I'll do a video in the future about why I'm exploring Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy right now, because opinions on certain things right here, like I said, this what happened to the Palestinian people and also a lot of certain other issues, it's pushed me to this, guys. That's why I'm exploring it a whole lot more. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and also turn on notifications so you can get updated whenever I post a new video. Also, follow me on X at PrimetimeRay. Alright guys, catch me in the next video. Peace!